I'm going to start with a little bit of an introduction on myself. Um, I started in crypto in 2019. I started at FalconX, which is a bootcamp of crypto to me. Back then, when I started, there's like two main liquidity providers for wallet. One is BitGo, the second one is Ledger. Back then, when I do transferring assets, I copy and pasting address. The concept of whitelisting wasn't even a real thing. Shortly after that, I joined Alameda, and then FTX US as head of settlements. We're at the peak of our success, like we're serving like over 1 million users on like centralized exchanges. And then in the end of 2022, everyone knew what happened. Shortly after that, I joined Cube. They are a hybrid centralized exchange with an MPC. It's all like MPC wallets. Why I spend a lot of time talking about my background? Because it's quite relevant to the whole topic right here. At Cube, I oversee 100 listing of different tokens. I've seen a lot of fuck-ups. I've seen a lot of what we call the right thing to launch a token. This topic right here is gonna be about, where was it? Oops. The animation stuff. Anyway, building on-chain liquidity for builders. This is gonna be not as techy, not as cool as anyone expected to be. For my first day being CEO, I really want to find the issues and then announce the mission statement of the company to the audience here, but also to my team and myself. We really want to identify the issues that's happening in the DeFi space, and also then identify the solution. So we're on a DEX on Solana. Why Solana? My team actually told me not to put this slide up because it's like, they're like, wow, you're saying the things everyone's saying. It's silly. But then in my own experience, once a month I get a project or like a founder calling me and ask me, hey, we want to launch this project on chain XYZ. Should we? And then my next question was, how big is the grant? Do they actually have users? The problem with launching a chain with no user is that you need to make sure the product's not only getting its own user, but you also need to make sure the chain get users. It's almost like swimming against the current. When the chain doesn't have users, you have to do double the work. So that's why we love Solana, because I've been in the ecosystem long enough. I know all the builders. I know that the ecosystem provides enough infrastructure for a project to launch and to be successful. Launching a project here is so fucking difficult. It's not an understatement at all. I've seen a lot of founders launching a project put so much work, easily a year to 6 months, to make sure the project is successful, but it failed. There are multiple reasons to it. Liquidity, market maker, narrative, and also distribution. When you launch your tokens and a few holders control most of the supply, they can easily dump and pretty much like destroy the whole project. And then maintaining it is even more difficult. I've had people telling me, hey, I've launched a successful project, but now I'm losing sleep because we can't maintain it. The failing reason is mostly liquidity dries up, you run out of narrative, and working with market makers is a pain. Like you always make sure you always have to talk to them and make sure like they meet their KPIs. So, like I said, I've seen I've overseen like the listing of over 100 projects, and I quickly realized that without a strategic liquidity infrastructure, early momentum will die. So that's what Saros strives to be. We want to be the partner of projects. We want to guide you to success. We've seen too many fuck-ups. And we also have a network of good builders, good market makers, and we are a good platform for projects to launch their liquidity on. Does the animation play? Okay. So, this is Saros. We spent a lot of work into this animation, so hopefully you like it. What are we? And then what makes us different? We have a very well suite of well-structured technical solutions from AMM, DMM, and CMM. But what's more important than that is that we have a team of people who really care about making sure that you're successful. So when you launch with us, we can help with tokenomics advisory, liquidity initiation, and then distribution partners. After you launch, we also want to make sure you grow with us. We want to help you with optimize your liquidity, current campaign, and amplify visibility. Here's a case study. This is on your right. It's actually what I call a failed execution right here. Went sky high and then got dumb. The second one is actually not as successful, but at least people won't call it dumping. So, again, going back to the issues, a lot of projects have failed to launch. We want to make sure that all serious projects deserve more than just pool. They deserve a very well-designed support ecosystem, a very strong liquidity layer to build for sustainable growth. Here's a good story. On my second day being CEO, I called a friend, and I asked him, hey, like, what should we build now? Like, I have all the resources to build a successful DEX. And then he said, Lynn, the DeFi space in Solana is like a cancer. It depends on which part of the cancer or which kind of sickness you want to be a part of. And on my second day, I was shit scared. And then, as being here like in crypto for 6, 7 years, I really want to do the right thing. I really want to support the right builders. I really don't want to support short-term pump and dump. And it's go back to our mission. We want to continue to support builders. One of our first initiations we're going to do is we're going to allocate 100,000 of our budget to support hackathons. I want to really go back to the roots of like Solana ecosystem. They have really good builders. I want people to really focus on a solution that's actually is going to make a difference. I want people who identify the problem first and then find a solution instead of building a project and then identify the issues that project's going to fix. I also don't want PvP. I don't want a project that's like slightly better than like what's already offering out there. I really want people to be creative with their solutions and really think about what's adding value here. And we really do have resources to make sure it happens, and we also have the platform to implement changes. And crypto has been really boring in the last few cycles, so we definitely want to make sure it's going to be fun for a lot of us. And then we would do, like myself, I really want to stay in this. I really want to make a difference. So this QR code right here is for people who show interest and then for people who want to partner with Saros. Thank you.